My name's Tariq Ahmed, and about 3 or 4 years ago, I injured my neck. I was told I had a C6, C7 prolapse disc, and went to my GP, saw a specialist at the Wellington Hospital, and after an MRI scan, he confirmed that I had quite a serious problem and booked me in the following week for an anterior decompression infusion. He wrote down the name of the operation on a compliment slip, and I went home and Googled it and realised that it was quite significant. They basically cut the front of your neck open, um, do a bit of displacement surgery, and to cut a long story short, it's quite horrific, and there are complications involved. So I saw another specialist at St John and St Lizzie's, and he said to me, "If you were my brother, I wouldn't touch you with a knife." He said, "What you need is to get some epidural injections." And he said, "Try and find yourself a good therapist." Coincidentally, I was outside my house and came across a South African neighbour who is a fitness instructor and boxer. Doesn't make a lot of recommendations, but he did say to me that there's this fantastic acupuncturist in Bushy, guy called Scott Peng. Gave me his phone number and said, "Why don't you go and see him and see what he can do for you?" And I was a bit reluctant. I'd seen some acupuncturists before and wasn't really that convinced. But with this guy recommending him, being a neighbour, I thought, okay, I'll give it a go. So I went along to see Scott, and he analysed the situation, my problem. He asked me lots of questions, and he began the treatment. It all felt very peculiar. It felt familiar. I'd had acupuncture before, but it never worked. But I can say, hand on heart, after 3 or 4 treatments, I began to feel a complete change. I began to feel the relief. And having had to take 4 months off work, and being told that I needed to have a major operation, to have had a series of therapies from Scott after about 2 months of gradual therapy, which involved acupuncture and Chinese massage, I was completely cured. It was a pretty amazing situation. I'm here today. It's now what month? It's now November 2011. I'm actually here with my mother, who's had problems with her shoulder. Her shoulder specialist knows Scott, and he certainly worked on her and helped her to prevent any pain. She's actually was going to have a shoulder joint replacement, a second one, and Scott's treatment has meant that she hasn't had to go through with that, and she's now here today because she has a problem with her hip, and he's treating her for that. So I highly recommend Scott. He's very talented, very accessible, and certainly has changed my life in terms of not having to go through a major surgery, and is certainly helping my family too. Thank you.